All right. Pretty solid.
Inconsistent, I would say.
What club was that?
8.
Okay. 135-ish. Yeah. Okay.
So I'll get some fat ones like that.
Okay.
Relatively.
And what's your target?
Primarily that starts with the trees
Yeah.
to the right of the green flag.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that looks good. Follow me with this idea. When you have the club going back like this with the shaft twisting that way, right, all the way into, we saw this happening in the downswing. This elbow got higher than that one. Gets the club out this way. What it's going to do is start bringing the club back like this. So it's more straight up and down. There's more angle there. And as it's coming back straight up and down, it's also cutting across the ball. So we have a lot of loft and we have outside to inside path. Okay? I've never had any success, and I've never seen anybody change a golfer's swing path by saying, "Hey, we're going to focus on your swing path," right? And change the title of the book to, "Hey, your swing path is off." It doesn't work that way. We react to the club face. The only reason that your club's coming across the golf ball is because the face has loft and it's open. That's saving it at the ball. If we did this to it a whole bunch, and you felt as though that in your swing that you twisted a little bit to the left, and you kept twisting it left, it's going to get to a point where you can't go anymore. So in order to go back further, now you're going to have to start engaging your whole body this way to do it. So we've got a bigger turn of your body as you twist your club downward. And then from there, as you come back to the golf ball, because the club's twisted in a different direction, doing nothing to it brings it back looking like that. Less loft, on its way from the inside to the outside, kind of a swing path. And all of a sudden we get shots compared to what you, stand right here for me, compared to what we saw with yours. You've seen your shots a lot compared to lower, kind of hit hard, right? And if we keep that club face twisted and twisted and twisted more and more and more, low and curves the other way. So some of these things that I'm trying to get you to, well, I guess feel, is that this is going to lead to something that goes a little lower and it's going to have a chance to draw. All right, so jump in here. Let me see how you do this. Okay, so set up to your shot. I like focusing first of all, like on the trigger, like the first, call it like 2 or 3 feet of the backswing, because if that's the same, your brain goes, "Oh, I've done this before," and does the same shit you've always done. Okay, so set up to your shot. Your trigger is going to be a little move back to here. Just take it back and stop. Okay, so your feeling is that your hands are trying to point the face at the ground, somewhere down at the ground, but I need more turn. And look at the ball. More. Okay, hold it there. Hold it there. Breathe. Because this is what I want you to practice. That this turned a bunch, this twisted down, and if we can change how you go from there to here, we'll change a whole bunch more after that. It will change after that. One more time. Really good.
Is that like here, or am I swinging it this way too much?
We'll just try and keep it. There's your toe line. Keep it on your line. Cool. So, golfers have like a bit of a waggle the golfers that are always trying to make sure that they perfect their swing have the same waggle, and it usually makes it kind of look like, okay, something weird, right? Because this is what they're trying to feel. So whatever it is that you do when you're taking it back with the twisting of the shaft down, twisting, I don't know, like twist your tummy toward my camera. I want it to feel super weird when you do it here. Yeah, like super weird. But then try and feel something like it when it's time to hit the ball. Awesome. Right? Different thump into the ball, different divot. Cool. So this is kind of a fun one. Golf instruction magazine stuff, late 80s, early 90s, talked a lot about how that the turning of the club face this way and the turning of it that way was a power source. Okay? That's a big power source in the swing. So all the instruction was about, let's get this face going open like that and square it up and close it through the ball, and the ball gets sent off straight and powerful. It just a lot of twist, right? Like opening the face and closing the face. They had a big picture of a screen door once in Golf Digest, right? Big screen door, and that was the club face going through the ball. Nowadays, with all the technology that we have, golfers are taking the club and twisting it the other way. They're twisting it closed because they know all they have to do to bring it back into a good impact position is let go of some of that twist, and there it is, right? We always want to have the club hitting the ball with the shaft leaning forward. Okay, so if I lean the shaft forward just a little bit, right, maybe 3 or 4 inches, okay, de-lofts the club, right, keeping the club face pointed right down my target line. If I lifted this up and pointed at you, see how it's on the left side? So the club hits the ball on the left side. So I'm not sure why we've ever actually brought it to the right side first in order to get it there to hit it square. So like Dustin Johnson and John Ram and like Graham McDowell and Shane Lowry, all these guys twist the club face closed the most. And then at the ball, they let go of it a little bit, and they never live in square or open. It's constantly closed.
I started watching a video, someone like at the top of their back.
That's the internet fad of like the past 10 years. Bow the wrist like this, because when you do that and you get this looking like that, it takes your ability to throw this club away. No one can throw it that way, right? It hurts, right? If I take it like that and I bring that back into the golf ball, there's my square and de-lofted. So it's a super exaggerator for most golfers that like slice it or cut across it or hit it too high. But I think that you might feel a little bit more of it's everything. Like it's a two-handed arm twisting motion to get you there. Yeah. And just the whole way to the top, like how much can you twist the shaft closed and how much can you twist your body to get to the top? There's your backswing. I don't care what it kind of looks like, that's the way we're going to do it. The most you can twist your body this way, and the most you can twist your shaft to the left. And when you get stuck and you stop and you can't go any further, that's when you know you're done. Oh, good job. So like I said, when we start seeing the ball do the same thing, like the same sound, the same contact, the same kind of flight, then we'll talk about a little bit of where it's flying relative to where you're pointing, right?
Yeah, I have some questions. I got like 3 lessons into a 10-lesson program, and then the company kind of fell apart. But
What?
they we were halfway, like changed my stance, so I'm a bit screwed up on setup. But we can do.
Okay. So I think all of your setup stuff that they gave you was all wonderful stuff.
Okay.
It's actually very, very good stuff. And so it's good if you're sitting inside on a square mat hitting into a screen that's 2 feet in front of you. When you get outside, the alignment gets off a little bit based on where you're trying to hit it. All I want you to do is I want you to feel like you have your stance to the left or open of where you think you're trying to aim. And let's just do that. All the other stuff will fall into play if that's what you do. Ball position wherever you want it. We've got grips, the first thing. Yeah. Open your alignment just an inch. There you go. Okay. Let her fly. Twist it the most, keep it twisted. Good job. So we'll start seeing, like I said, ball lower, curving left, and then eventually we'll next time I come back, we'll get the start line right so it curves towards your target. But you're not far away from really striking it well. You've got a great swing. Okay, so give me the twist all the way to the top and hold it there. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so as you come down into this golf ball, okay, if this was a line where the golf ball is, the golf ball line, I need more of your body in front of it. So how do you slide your body in front of this white stick on the downswing? Keep the shaft twisted and just go ahead, just slide forward. Yeah, move forward, keep the shaft twisted. That's all I'm looking for. Okay. So, sliding or swaying would be considered a bad word in a lot of golf circles. But for the player that goes to the top of their swing and starts to turn more around their back foot, they need to add more slide so that they start turning somewhere further forward.
Okay.
All of your pulled shots are mostly because from this perspective, like the middle of you, you're too far behind this stick at the moment of impact. So if I put this in the ground, we're going to put it a different direction. I need you to feel like you slide your body in front of the stick before you hit it. A little stronger with the grip. Yeah, and keep the twist in the shaft. It'll feel like an aggressive, pressured twist. Not an easy thing. Okay. Okay. So let's exaggerate this. Imagine there's a ball there. So take it up to the top of your swing. Okay. All right. Now keep your arms up there. Start sliding forward. Okay. Get lower. Push your hips back. Get lower. Okay. Bring the club down. All right. Hold it there. Now turn your body more to the target. Look at the ball. That's what's going to feel like an impact. Just for half a second. You've got so much turn. You've moved in front of the golf ball, and you've got all this stuff still twisted. The fact that you feel a bend there and a bend there just means that the shaft is twisted. Okay, so start again. One more time. Crank it up to the top with the twist. So tummy forward, tummy turns. Good. All right, so hold it here. I'm going to get into your head a little bit. If this is where your belly button is, it's too far from the ground. How do you get your belly button lower? No, that's turning, just lower, closer to the ground. Yeah, you might feel like you have to get lower somewhere. I don't know, whether it's stick the ass out, bend the knees, bend at the ankles, right? So when I'm going up from here, I want to feel as though that I go forward and turn, and I go low as I do that. Because when we get low and forward, from there we're going to stand up and get tall, and that's the last piece of the puzzle. Twist it, keep it twisted all the way up, good. Low and forward. Yeah, so this goes down, this goes down, this goes down, and you slide forward in front of the ball. And all of those pieces are the pieces that are going to make the club shoot the ball more out to the right. Okay? There's some more power stuff in there, of course, and some more, better motions, better moves. But you can see, if I aim, I'm going to aim right at that red stick. Stand right here for me so you can kind of see from face on. I'm going to try and aim my body right at that stick. And the more that I twist the shaft and I turn my body, see where the face is pointed? Out to the right. The ball starts out to the right when I do that. But when I don't turn my body and I stand up, belly button's too far from the ground, now I have to get my hands to come into the golf ball, and that face is going to point to the left. There's your shots. So it's low, forward to create more of this action.
I think mentally I have a hesitation of I've hit it back so often that when I'm doing that in my mind, I think is.
And I'm not going to tell you that this is going to be easier because I'm trying to get you steeper.
Oh, yeah, no,
but
I know it's the right thing to do. It's just why I think whenever I'm coming through at full speed, I hesitate to do it as I'm convinced I'm going to smash the ground when I do.
So if you felt as though that you could smash the ground but smash it in front of the ball, right, that just means that you're low. It doesn't mean you have to do anything to your hands. Like, it doesn't hurt going through there. The club's going down pretty fast, and it's not going to hurt. But the next stage, like I mentioned, the last piece of this puzzle is if we can get the club twisted, we can get you forward and twisted, the last piece is standing up. And that's when this club that feels like it's going to crash into the ground doesn't. And it picks it off the ground because we then stand up at the end. But I still think that the big piece of our puzzle right now is feeling like you can get this twisted and up high the most. Big backswing. Twist that thing and take it back as far as you can go. Yeah. So I'd say 1 in 3 swings would be making the biggest, twistiest backswing. And then 2 in 3 swings is trying to feel like you slide yourself to the left of your center. Wherever the middle of your feet is, you want to slide as far forward left as you can. And just as a hint, as you do it, you're going to feel like you're going down. Yep, good job. My bet is you're just going to react by jumping up at the end, and I don't have to talk about the third piece much. It's okay, one more. One more. Okay, so imagine a ball, take it up to the top. Okay, so as you get forward and low, the butt of the club has to come down here. Bring the butt of the club down. Okay, so that lowness means you've extended things, but that keeps some angles in your swing, keeps some twist going. There's some times from the top of the swing that the first thing you're doing is kind of throwing it out that way.
Yeah.
So I want you to try to feel like this was a circus trick, and here's the pad, all right? I want you to crank it up as far as you can with a twist. Okay? And then how do you smash that butt of the club into my hand on the downswing? That's what I mean by low and forward. So you've moved this, your hands are past the line, your knees past the line, hip, shoulder, all that shit. Most of your bones are past this line now with things still low and forward. That's where I'm trying to get you to feel like you can do, but I think that there's something that doesn't want to let you hit it, so you let go of these angles to prevent you from getting down to the ground. So I want you to go through like Smashville for a bit. Like, like dig me a patch like that. All right. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So you might feel like once the club and once you get things down into the ground that it just stays there. You leave the club in the divot. How are these doing?
So I've hit about, I would say, 6 that actually feel really good. Like I've had some where they're getting up in the air, but it still doesn't quite feel like clean.
Okay, all right.
Contact, so I'm probably still bottoming out a bit early.
Okay, so let's give it more twist in the backswing. More twist of the shaft and more twist of you.
Down on that one.
Okay.
I think when I twist more, they get up in the air more.
Yes, I agree. Love it. Nice shot. So show me what it would look like if I pushed pause on you at impact. What would your body look like? What would your club look like? What would your hands look like?
What I think it is?
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm not doing still it as much as I need to be.
Mm-hmm.
I still think when I go at speed, I don't know if it's like a baseball thing. I think my right hand is still leading the charge on the downswing, and that just
Yep, a little bit.
gets me.
A little bit. I mean, so
So,
take it up to the top,
Like,
all the way up there.
here, twist it.
So if I could give you an idea of an exaggerated motion for where we're going, okay, so start turning through to the target. That's where I'm ultimately trying to twist you up. If I just took all the things and just made it different, that's where I'm trying to get the club on the downswing. That's where I'm trying to get you. And where do you think that club's going to swing into the golf ball from? Exactly. Like a mile from the inside. But you're also not going to get it to the point where it's going to come down and almost hit your ankle.
Yeah.
So give me a practice swing where you try to feel that little twist down there. Again. Once it's down there and it's twisted, it's going to really need you to turn around to get that back to the ball. Cool.
She knows all the plans we have. We have something going on this weekend, but I don't know what it is. I'll find out. I spoke to her Saturday. Oh, we're supposed to go outside of the bar.
There you go. So it kind of makes us feel that even like late in the downswing, you're still trying to feel like you're getting lower and forward, and you're still trying to feel like you put the shaft back. And it's almost like the longer you can hold those, make those things happen, the more you can jump out of it at the end and, well, hit a pretty big shot. So it's just being patient to doing it for just a second longer. Okay, one more time, set up to it. So we're trying to get the ball to fly right here, right? Okay, go for it. You feel comfortable you can get it there?
With you standing there?
Yeah. No? Okay. Okay, so pretend I'm there. But, you know, really force it. Really make sure you do everything you can. Okay. Online. So with this twist of you in the club, I want to start getting the direction that the twists are flying more to the right of that stick, right? To anything we can do to hit the ball to the right. So if you take your grip, hold it up here like this for me. Okay. So if we want that club face going out to the right, it's going to have to kind of come through like that. See what I'm doing with your wrists? I'm forcing them into a certain kind of spot, right? Forcing them to kind of go where I think they're going to go. It's going to go this way. It's going to go that way, right? All that's doing is it's controlling the loft on the face, which is basically pointing the club face out to the right. But if we go through from here, it goes this way, and then we go that way, that's what's making it go to the left. See how close that got to you? I had you extended way out here, almost like you're trying to get this as far away from you as you could, with this bent down underneath. Look where that club face points. So the more we keep the twist in the shaft this way, the more that twist in the shaft comes back in like that. Get in there. And so let's kind of get our feedback based on what the ball is doing. Same type of feel with what you're trying to do with your hands, but you hit it thin, get lower. Yeah, just get in your normal posture. Okay, now tell me what you're aiming at.
Yeah. I feel like I'm going over the red.
You're going over the red flag from here. And what else maybe off in the distance would be your target? Okay, so can you close your eyes? All right, keep them closed. Drop the club on the ground. Keep them closed. Drop the club down. Okay, with your glove hand, can you point at your target for me? Not looking. Point at your target with your glove hand. Where's that looking? Okay, so we've got a little bit of an illusion of where this target actually is. So one more time, set up to your shot. So we're gonna go over the red flag to the tall trees. Okay, lift your club up just so I can put some tracks down. All right, so that's the direction that we're trying to hit the ball in. So that means that if this ball is, I don't know, 2 inches from either side of the stick, it's going to fly out of the gate here 2 inches either side of the stick. Okay, so now set up to that one. Okay, and that would mean that if it flew straight out of there, it would go basically over the end of this stick, over the red flag, all the way to those trees. Now, does that look like a straight line to you? Did we build a really nice straight line with this gate here, all the way through the stick, all the way through the red flag to the tallest trees? Okay, so I want you to swing through there. Feel like you're guiding your twisted shaft, twisted body swing in a direction that sends it down that line. Okay. Feel like you square your stance up to the stick. I know we talked a little open before. Let's just square it up a little bit. More square. Okay, good. Now look up. That still looks straight all the way over the red stick. Okay, good. Go for it. So the same thing that I've kind of been talking about is trying to get more forward in your swing. When you went up to your backswing, everything looked good. And then as you started moving toward the target, you kind of moved behind the golf ball to get there. Right? So it's like not even on the front foot. And I want to see what you can do about moving everything, like all the way from your right pocket here, move that in front of the golf ball before you hit it. Like get everything forward. And if you stay low on it, it should make the divot happen more forward. Which is kind of another theme today, staying forward and low. More forward, more low. Keep the twist in the shaft. Okay, so set up that shot. All right, so take it back, hold it at the top, give me the most twist you got. Twist, twist, twist. Okay, so keep this right here. Now move your body in front of the ball. You'll go lower, good. Okay, hold it there. Now as you go through, how do you get tall without your arms and club hitting me? How do you face the target and swing the club through without it hitting me? Where does it feel like it has to go? Yeah, keep going, good. Released, right, up, okay, not bad. Do that again. So all the way up to the top. Okay, good. So down and low with this guy, down and forward, good. And then stand up, and where's the arms go? Good. You can go this way if you want. Probably gonna end up that way anyway. All right. So one more time with me, not there. Yeah. Forward. Good. And then up. Good. All of those pieces, the forward pieces, especially with the shoulder, the forward pieces, and then the don't hit me with your arms and club piece, both of those are going to send things to the right. Okay. So anytime a ball curves to the right, we let go of our twist. So if you kept it twisted the most and forever, the ball would curve to the left. So it's kind of like a dial. You know, some people like 4, some people like 8 on the stereo. We just have to figure out which part of the dial, how much twist sends the ball the way that we can play it. But just so for your own feedback, if it's more twist if it curves to the right. Okay? If the club hits the ground before the ball, you were too far on your right foot. So if you hit it fat, more forward. If you hit it left, more forward. Okay, so solid, we got the twist right. The ball flight was the right height. We got the twist right, but the ball went left. So one of two things happened. You weren't forward enough, or your arms hit me. Okay, let's keep going. Build the toolbox up. Wow, so solid. But definitely would have had it hit me. Okay. So make a practice swing on this one and show me what it would be like to avoid me the most. Where does it feel like things have to go? Keep it twisted. Okay, good. Even more exaggerated. Good. Hit that one. Oh, we got to the right. One more. Not the best way, but we got there. That was almost over the top of the stick. So heavy shots, left shots, both get more forward. Okay, any curve to the right, more twist in the shaft. So other than that, I don't see too many other things happening. I'd say 2 to 3 shots just need you to be more off your back foot, more forward, sliding and leaning toward the target.